Hey YouTubers, Grimmy Dragon here, and once again it's review time, and today we got something special, because this is something we're gonna have to work with together. A little adventure with the Cra-Z-Art Nickelodeon Slime Deluxe Slimey Creations Kit. Basically, in this box is everything you need to make 6 little things of slime. Some glow in the dark, some crunchy, some scented, neon, silly, the whole bit. Got plenty for slime creation, which is awesome. And yeah, you can see plenty of fun. You got the kids playing with the stuff. You can see you got a few bits of glue, all whole kinds of stuff. So this is going to be fun. And I'm looking forward to getting to try this stuff out. So, I guess without further ado, we should try to get this opened and see what we have to deal with. So, let's just... we'll just open it up right now. So... signed. Pull it all out. Got everything. Yeah, we're good. So, just give me a moment. So yeah, here we have everything that's included. So you got multiple little cans of paint for various choices in color. You got 2 big bottles of standard glue, 4-ounce bottles, pretty good. 2-ounce bottles of clear glue, which is nice. Some slime powder, which is sodium tetraborate. For all I know, that could be just baking soda. And then you got a couple little baggies of beads, a little baggie of googly eyes, a little baggie of holographic little thingies. Well, no, that's just speckled bits. Holographic glitter. So, 2 little bottles of banana scent to put into it. A batch of popsicle sticks for stirring. A little spoon. Couple mixing bowls. 6 containers. A measuring cup. And 6 lids. So that's pretty good. Let me just take a quick look in the box, see if there's any instructions. Should be. Shouldn't there? Maybe not. Okay. Yeah, it's supposed to include instructions, but this box didn't have any. Oh boy. Well, I'm sure we can find out the instructions by going to the Cra-Z-Art.com website, which I will probably do before I actually get anything started. And that was me dropping the box on the camera cord. So, in any case, got a lot to work with here. So I'm gonna probably get these instructions online, and then we will continue on with our little slime making adventure. Okay, so I got some instructions. I got everything here together. I just need to get started. So, got some cold water, or just room temperature water, and some hot water together. Following the instructions, it said 30 ml for the room temperature water and 15 milliliter for the hot water. And since hot water doesn't stay hot for long, I'm going to get well, pretty much borax, that's what it is, in here. So just 2 spoonfuls. And then we just mix till it's all dissolved. So you just want to keep mixing till all the powder is dissolved into the water. And what I did was I put the water into a mug and microwaved it for 30 seconds just to make sure it was super hot. I just hope that it didn't evaporate any, because if it did, I'm going to be using less than the recommended dose, but it is what it is. So since this is the basic borax mix, you know, it's not really going to be too much. I want to say it right now, you probably don't need to buy the whole set to do this. Just get a little borax or baking soda, some glue, a little food coloring, maybe some glow-in-the-dark paint if you want. That's all easy to get a hold of, really. So, wouldn't worry too much if you can't get a hold of this stuff. But anyway, that's mixed in. I'm going to take some of this clear glue. And yeah, I might have gotten a returned one, I don't know. But, got everything we need, so just get the 10 milliliters of this. And yeah, I'm going to have to eyeball it, so... And yeah, for this one, I'm just going to go by the instructions. Oops. I may need more water real quick. Hold on a sec. Be right back. Sorry about that. You know, I may have noticed some of the water spilt out when I moved the tub, so I just went ahead and got a little bit more. Should be fine. But we'll take our glue. Just pour it in, scrape it out if we gotta. Try to get as much of it in there as we can. Okay, and we're just gonna mix it up. Well, try to get some of the glue off the spoon. Probably not best on my fingers though, but this. Just going to take a little spoonful of the glow. Well, maybe one more just to make sure I get enough in there. And for the fun of it, just going to add some classic green. That should be enough. Mix this all up. Try to do it a little more gently and not get everything out of the bowl. Oops, don't want that to. And we can take that out. We'll just get a stirring stick. Ah, man. Okay, I'm not doing well with this. Making more of a mess than anything else because it wants to move around a lot. Okay, but in any case, it's time to add in the mixed borax slowly. And yeah, if we do this right, we may get a little gooier of a slime. See, it's already forming, which is good. Just a little bit more. And when you're adding the borax mix, it's better to go slow, because the slower you go, the gooier the slime will be. Because there we go, we get a nice consistency. Yeah. It's a nice sticky gooey slime now. And the more borax you add, the firmer it'll be. But yeah, it's very slimy right now. It's very runny. I have a feeling if we added any more to the mix, we'll get more of a putty. That's how we can add just maybe a little bit more, because it does seem just maybe just a little bit too thin. But yeah, there we go. We got a nice gooey ooze, and it's starting to run off on my camera and everything, which is not good. Still a little soupier than I need it to be. So what I guess I'll do is just add the rest of this. Mix it in, hopefully. And if it is getting too sticky for you, I hear contact lens fluid is really good for that. yeah, we got this nice gooey runny slime. Since it is kind of sticky right now, I'm going to make an experiment. And you know, there's nothing wrong with a sticky slime. I mean, some people will like that, and I normally enjoy a little stick, but this is a little too much of a stick for me. So yeah, I mean, that's not bad. It's not a bad mix. And that's actually kind of the runny consistency I like. But it does need a little bit of something to maybe cut down the sticky factor. Because it is a little stickier than what I need it to be. So give me a sec. I got an idea on what I can use to rectify that. If I can get it in there instead of on my fingers. Because it does feel like it's more interested in sticking to me than it is to the material, like to itself. So one moment. So at the risk of possibly ruining some slime that I just made, I'm going to take some Goo Gone and use this in place of the contact lens fluid. So I'm going to go with, say, maybe, I'm going to start with 5 milliliter. Okay, 7.5. But just going to pour that in the mix and stir it up. See if this gets any results or if it ends up making things worse. I probably added too much. Pretty certain of it. Well, then again, maybe I did the right thing. When you're adding separate ingredients for this stuff, always start small because you don't want to overdo it at the risk of causing some problems. Easier to add little bits than take. This is some of the stuff that you can put in, but not so much take out. Okay, but I think it's safe to say that Goo Gone will not make for a substitute contact lens fluid. It was worth looking into. Other than that, the slime consistency is not bad. And as you can see, it is sticking pretty well. Although it does fall apart rather easily. I can't call it a complete success. The glue gun may have done a decent job of at least granting some, well, making it a little easier to get it off my hand. But yeah, I wouldn't put this at the level of Mattel slime still. Still, it's a nice slime. Definitely has a good color. The pigmentation really did help. And yeah, I went for clear because I wanted it to be somewhat see-through. The colors add to it well. And then I'd have to wait and see how well it takes to the glow-in-the-dark feature. But as for an opening act, I'd say this is pretty cool. And yeah, definitely get a good amount out of it. I'm going to try to give this time to dry out a little bit before I actually make a final verdict. So rather than bore you with the details on that, I'll cut and come back when it's dried out a little bit. So cut. Okay, so I've got this set up again. And we're going to try for a GAC like substance this time instead of a full-on slime. So going to mix up our little mix here. And I forgot to watch the spoon, didn't I? Okay, let's just get this cleaned off with a paper towel I happen to have handy. Hopefully that'll be enough. And hopefully this will be quick enough. So I'm going to add 3 spoonfuls of the borax. Yes, I'm calling it for what it is. And yeah, the stronger borax to glue ratio will make for a thicker slime, or GAC, or whatever you want to make to be. And I went with 20 milliliters of hot water because I think the microwave evaporates a little bit. So this will cover for any that got evaporated. Just want to get it fully dissolved. I don't know if I'm going to ever have that kind of luck. Okay. And yeah, I'm stirring it for a while because it's taking its time dissolving. Okay, that should do it, hopefully. And we're going to take some of the white glue this time. Provided I can get this cap to undo. Let's try the other one. This one doesn't want to cooperate. Ah, there we go. It's much easier. Where did I put that little measuring cup? Oh, here it is. Okay, so we want 10 milliliters of the glue. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, that should do it. And we'll just pour that into our thing of somewhat clearer water. There's probably still borax on the spoon because it's all sticking directly to the spoon right now. I've scraped up as much as I can. Just gonna have to mix this in. Yeah, I think some borax was still on the spoon. Should have wiped that off. That's my bad. Won't make much of a difference in the long run, but that's going to be a pain to deal with. So let's get that off. Then we want to add a little color to this. And I'm going to, I took my time deciding. I'm going to add a little bit of yellow. Of course, everything wants to come off together on this, so come on. I'm just going to add I can get it out. A spoonful of yellow to this to give it that nice yellow color. And why am I going to go with yellow? Because not only is this going to be a gack, it's going to be a scented gack. And yeah, we're going to use some of the banana scent. Three drops should suffice. And that little bit of borax bit it's going to be troublesome, I can tell. But it's all mixed up for this part. So let's just start adding our borax mix. So just little by little. As you can see, it's already starting to form. I probably don't want to use the spoon for this part. That's why we got our And yes, I'm sorry about how clumsy I'm being with this. But yeah, we'll get that in there. We'll just add it all in. Now, this is going to be a lot thicker than the last batch. And yeah, this is where adding it all in at once is a bit of a problem because it's starting to clump in a way that's not working too well. As I mentioned earlier, it's better to put the stuff in slowly, because you put it in too fast, it will end up failing on you. Now granted, this hasn't quite failed yet, because it's still mixing. And I'm just trying to get some off my fingers so I can continue to mix it up. And it is coming together nicely. So it's mixing. And yeah, I noticed when I was cleaning up the other slime that the Goo Gone is helpful, if a little bit, for making it less sticky. Although probably contact lens fluid would be better. So I'm going to just add a little bit of that to the mix. Oh, that was too much. I can tell that was way too much. But we'll just mix that in. It's getting pushed out, thankfully. Yeah, I put too much in there. I can tell. Because it doesn't even want to stick to each other now. But it is coming along. Another reason the Goo Gone might not be the best idea, because it does have its own citrus scent, which is going to interfere with the banana scent. But yeah, as you can see, it's a lot thicker than the last batch of slime. The added borax really did make it more of a gack, which was what we were going for. I'm just going to get it out of that bowl. But yeah, there is a bit of overly dried glue in there. As you can see, it is, for the most part, not sticky. It's nice and squishy. It's firm. And this is more of a gack than a slime, although it is still very slimy. Oh, I think it turned out well. Although, yeah, there is that bit that kind of overdid it on the drying. And I can't smell the banana anymore. I can only smell the Goo Gone. So that was a shame. But all in all, yeah, it's a good slime. It's not bad. As you can see, some of it is dripping and oozing down on me while I'm mixing the rest. Okay, so final thoughts on this. Really good. Wouldn't recommend Goo Gone for scented slimes, especially not for scented slimes, because it kind of kills the scent. But it is good for getting the stick out. And yeah, you can see it's still kind of runny. So this might be still a regular slime. So it's coming out nicely. Ah. Yeah. Now another thing to note is that these little container tubs don't quite give you enough to room to work with. You can't, they fill too quick. They should have been a little bit bigger. So, yeah, definitely worthwhile to get. Again, you don't necessarily need the slime kit. You can do the same thing with some glue, water, either baking soda or borax, your choice. Okay, but from what I'm hearing, baking soda might be the safer option. And, paint that you can get at your Target or your Walmarts or Michaels, There's definitely plenty of options. So, yeah, this is cool. Not vital to what it wants to do, but it does give you some good directions to go by. So you might want to pick it up for a starter or get like one of the smaller, cheaper sets and then work from there. Yeah, this is definitely becoming more slimy than gacky though. Probably would have to do more borax to get probably go for 4 or 5 scoops of borax for the full-on gack effect. But yeah, definitely good. Can't complain about the consistency. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think. And I will see you next time. So until then, goodbye out there, whatever you are.